And welcome into the Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 FM or online at WEGLFM.com. You can also catch us on Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6 on campus.
Jared, no, it's a tight end.
You can also catch us on Eagle.
It's a tight end.
You can also catch us on Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6, or online at EagleEyeAuburn.com at 5 o'clock today to catch up on the show. I'm Jared Dill. Alongside me is Brooks Childress, and Brooks, come and gone, has Super Bowl 52 went, and it was a great battle back and forth. As the Eagles prevail against Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Dynasty, 41-33. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I thought I was okay, but I'm not.
Are you okay to do this show?
I don't know. I hurt yesterday.
Look at me. No, look at me. No. Look at me. Are you okay?
I don't, not the no.
Well, guess what?
You're going to make me do it anyway?
You're going to do it anyway because this is a great day. I don't often get to rub it in your face, the joy that I can feel. Okay? So.
It hurts.
I'm having a great time already.
It hurts so much.
So the first part of the show, we're just going to run through the Super Bowl. The first 30 minutes, Super Bowl, okay?
30 minutes?
Yes,
oh.
30 minutes. There's a lot of storylines we got to cover. Super Bowl odds.
It hurts.
Look, we're also talking Auburn basketball, 8th in the AP poll.
That's who I'm repping today. I don't have any Patriots gear on. It's all I've just got Auburn basketball.
I see the Patriots have left your wardrobe, it seems.
They hurt me, and I've got to take a week.
Auburn's 8 in the AP poll have a big game against Texas A&M tomorrow on ESPN2. It's a late game on Wednesday, but I'm sure the Auburn faithful will come out. And on top of that, we're going to talk some NCAA bracketology because you know why? We are 33 days away from Selection Sunday.
Only 33?
We're only 33 days away. And for Auburn fans, this is different because Selection Sunday just meant, look at these 64 teams in the tournament and we're not there, or 68. We're in it now.
I mean, at this point,
we're here, boys.
At this point, wouldn't you think it's set that we're in?
No, it going based off projections, we are a 99.5% lock for the tournament. We would have to have one of the most tumultuous endings to a season ever.
Then listen, I've watched Auburn sports for 22 years. They can do it. If there's a way, they can do it.
So, big show today. Call in at 334-844-9345. That is 334-844-9345. If you want to talk about the Super Bowl, Auburn basketball, or anything, you can also check the Twitter for that phone number because we want to hear what you have to say about the game this past weekend and anything else you got on your mind. We'll talk about it.
Including tight ads.
I'm not talking about tight ads.
They won the Super Bowl, though.
Did they, though?
Can we start out on that? Can we just before we ease me into the Super Bowl conversation?
Okay, we're going to ease you in. I'm going to wine and dine you right here.
Tide won the Super Bowl.
Did they?
I mean, you saw their first ad, is everything a tight ad? And then they had the little ads in the between. It's you thought it was something, and it was no, it's a tight ad. It got to the point where I was thinking every commercial that came on is this a tight ad?
It's great marketing. I'm not going to argue that.
I
personally like the Dodge Ram commercial.
Which one?
The one with the Vikings.
Okay, because the one there's a few, and the one with Martin Luther King's speech is really people are bashing that because they're it's we don't know if it's appropriate.
Well, good, yeah, caller already. But the way I look at it is, we had a lot of I didn't really pay attention. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really pay attention to commercials all that much. I did think that Tide One was the best. So as Brooks gets ready to put us on a caller, we're going to go ahead and get ready, talk about the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl 52, it was one of the in the past 5 Super Bowls, I mean, it was exciting. It was close. It was had all the makings of a great Super Bowl. I never thought the game was over at any point. So I'm glad that we got a back and forth Super Bowl. It wasn't like what we thought last year. Last year was great. Don't get me wrong. And I think last year still tops this year. I think the only reason why it would be better than last year is if you hate the Patriots. But I got to say, I enjoyed the Super Bowl. But the Patriots coming back from 28-3, that's probably better in my opinion. Brooks, we're going to head to the phones?
Yeah, we've got Dean from Pelham on the line. Hey, Dean.
Hey, Dean.
Hey, my friends call me Uncle Dino if you guys want to do that. I found it irate that Tom Brady was not named the MVP of that game, even though he did not score more points than the other team because he broke the record for passing yards. I just wanted to get your take on that.
Well, here's the thing about MVP. You got to win the game first. That's probably step one.
Well, Uncle Dino, I agree wholeheartedly. If he'd won the game, he definitely should have been the MVP. It hurts me emotionally that he did not win the MVP. He's the MVP of the league. He should at least win the Super Bowl one too.
You make sense. Thank you. I'll hang up and let y'all talk.
All right, thank you, Uncle Dino.
Some of the people that we get sometimes makes you wonder, right?
Sure. I'll figure out how to hang up the phone.
Hit drop, the big red button. There you go.
We're having trouble.
No, you're having trouble. If the Patriots are still shaking you that much.
Sure. You want me to be completely honest?
Yes.
I didn't get out of bed till 11 o'clock yesterday.
Okay.
And that's
normal.
It's normal for a weekend. Usually have class at 11. I didn't yesterday, so I stayed in bed till 11. I woke up at 9, but just laid there till 11. And then I sat on my couch and I played Madden and I made sure the Patriots won.
You played the Eagles?
No, I didn't. I played my preseason of my franchise, but I made sure they won. I left my apartment 3 times yesterday, and then I went back every time, and I just sat there.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It hurts.
It hurts.
And there's a reason why it hurts. I'll let you talk a little bit because I got to take another caller. But I'll tell you why it hurts.
We really need an intern at this point.
I know, right?
But Tom Brady threw for 505 yards. He played a great game. One of the best games I've seen in Super Bowl history. Tom Brady did a great job. What sucks for the Patriots is that there's no way you could expect to win a game or a Super Bowl when you give up 41 points. The loss isn't on Tom Brady, and after our 15-minute break or the 15-minute mark break, we're going to talk about why the Patriots may have lost this game. But we're going to get back to the phone.
Yeah, we got John from Tallahassee now. John?
Yeah. I got a question for Brooks. I just want to know why anybody thinks that Bill Belichick should be coaching a football game. That man ain't even got enough sense to wear sleeves in the winter. It's cold in Minneapolis. He needs to put some sleeves on. I just don't understand why people think he can coach football. I'll hang up and listen.
All right, thank you, John. Well,
where do we find these people?
Bill Belichick is a genius. He doesn't need sleeves.
Okay, first of all, it's an enclosed stadium.
Yeah, it's an enclosed stadium, so you don't need sleeves. I'll take that back. It was cold in Atlanta when we were in that.
When you're outside.
We were in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It was cold inside. It was a bit chilly. You were in the press box. You didn't have to suffer
you're right.
with
I wasn't in the press box
like we.
Yeah, I wasn't a commoner like you common folk are.
I got to experience the game with the fans, Jared.
Oh, and how'd that go for you?
It hurt. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, so the pain feels mutual, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
Bill Belichick.
That wasn't fair to anybody.
Back to our caller. Bill Belichick is a great coach. He was just, he was just a little bit outcoached in this game. Doug Peterson had a great game plan coming in, and congratulations to the Eagles.
All right, we're going to walk through the Super Bowl in these last 6 minutes. All right, let's start with Alshon Jeffrey's catch for a touchdown. The big 40-yard touchdown.
I mean,
what's your mindset right there?
What point of the game was that? I blacked it out. What point of the game was that in?
That was early in the game. We're talking about
it didn't I'm like, when I saw that, up until the whole game, up until Brady fumbled on the last their last significant drive, up until that point, I'm like, okay, they scored. It's fine. We're going to be fine. Because I'd seen the 28-3 comeback.
It's when they went up 9-3. So it was very early. It was first quarter. End of first quarter, pretty much.
I'm like, yeah, we don't do well, or Patriots don't do well in the first part of the Super Bowls. And I expected us to come back, and they did. They grinded it out in the second half. But that one didn't affect me as, much. It was It was like watching. It reminded me of the Jacksonville game because Jacksonville went out and scored, and then they kind of stopped. And I'm like, all right, so this is how it's going to be. We're gonna let them score, and then we'll stop them, and then we will go on.
Going into halftime, down 22-12. Same thought process. Look, it's just one half. They're going to make your adjustments. We're going to come back stronger.
I will say I did have a little doubt at halftime. I was sitting on the couch, and in my game position, I'm like have my hands in front of me, and I'm bent over, and I sat there just looking at the TV for like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm like, this could be it. This could be it. Like, they could beat us. Nick Folk could beat us.
Folk?
Yeah.
He's a folk hero?
Foles.
There
Yeah.
you go.
He's Philadelphia's folk hero. A backup quarterback.
So, answer me this question. Patriots take the lead 33-32. Jubilation, I have to assume. You're right back in this.
Not necessarily jubilation, just relief.
But then,
just a little bit of relief.
But then a man named Zach Ertz, touchdown. Now, let me, I want to talk about this. Were the commentators annoying during the Super Bowl?
Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth?
Yeah.
No. They're the best. I love Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth.
Because it seemed like Chris, I don't want to, bash anybody. But on that touchdown play.
The Ertz one?
Yes. It seemed like he was all sure that it was not a touchdown.
Well, that's the thing is you don't know what's a touchdown. That one was listen, I will concede that was a touchdown because he became a runner, crossed the plane, and then fumbled it and regained it. That's a touchdown. Now, the touchdown that wasn't a touchdown was the Corey Clement back of the end zone.
That wasn't a touchdown.
That was not because his foot was
I thought that would be overturned.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
And if you remember Collinsworth, after they overturned it, he says, I just don't know anymore. He said, I give up.
It is true. It's gotten to the point where we're not actually sure.
And that's a problem, is when you're with a sport, when your spectators don't know what a catch and what isn't a catch, that's a problem. And that needs to be addressed in the offseason because the Ertz one, definitely, that was a touchdown all the way. Eagles fans celebrate it. That was a touchdown. The Corey Clement was not a touchdown. By NFL rules, that was not a touchdown.
And then Tom Brady's Hail Mary came up just short. And the Patriots were down 41-33 in the Super Bowl. Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP, throwing for 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But what a great story for Nick Foles. What a great story for the city of Philadelphia.
I think
cars were flipped. Poles were climbed on.
Things were burned.
I
think the best thing about Nick Foles, his story, is that he was getting ready. He was about to retire, and Andy Reid talked him into staying in the NFL a little bit longer. And now he's got a Super Bowl ring.
And the thing is, I think one of the more interesting storylines about Nick Foles is that the Eagles have announced that for the right price, they'll trade him.
I mean, I would too. He's not a stellar quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback by any means. He's a decent quarterback that can win you games. And once Carson Wentz comes back, they don't need Nick Foles. Now, I think the key is to keep him on, at least not trade him right away, even though his stock is like way up because he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback now.
I think you trade him while he's hot.
I would keep him on because he's a decent backup in case something goes wrong with Wentz's recovery.
It's like the moment they mentioned that he's on, quote unquote, well, not quote unquote, the moment that he mentioned that, you know what, for the right, package, we're willing to trade him. The Browns' ears perked up like, wait a minute. Once
Carson Wentz is back and healthy and back starting for the Eagles, that's when you trade him. That's when you field offers and trade Nick Foles. Before then, don't, because like Andrew Luck, something could go wrong in his recovery and he not come back.
It's true.
And you have a quarterback there that's he's not going to be your starter, but he's going to be a decent fill-in until Wentz gets back.
I mean, Carson Wentz, torn ACL, Andrew Luck, everything. So I think it's okay to think Carson Wentz will be back. I mean, Andrew Luck, lacerated spleen, it's kind of hard to... When you get beat up like that, it's kind of bad. But that's going to do it for the first part of the show. When we come back, we're going to talk about more things the one thing I want to get into is Malcolm Butler. That's the whole storyline. There's the whole Gronk retirement, Nick Foles trade stock, and Super Bowl odds. That'll be coming up after the break. You want to call in? You can call in at 334-844-9345. That's 334-844-9345. You're listening to The Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 FM.